Hello and welcome back to Minecraft Maps with Mattsenzo. I'm finally back. My new graphics card came in. If you haven't seen when we did the UHC, just the day before we recorded UHC, my graphics card started showing artifacts and I couldn't play anything. I ended up having to revert back to one of my old GTX 9800s, and it was not pleasant playing everything with that. I really had to turn a lot of stuff down in order to just play. I didn't have enough horsepower to actually record. So there's that. But now I got my new graphics card. When I sent it back for an RMA, I had a 670 and they stepped me up to a 770. So I'm extremely happy for that. A lot's happened since I've last done this. Since I had nothing else to do except play, I built a huge portion of all of that over there, and I started working on the wall, and yeah. So this is the latest thing. This actually I built just before I started recording. This is just gonna be some house. I don't know what's gonna be here, but it has each floor kind of has like a weird tier to it, and then here's the basement. Well, kind of a basement. So it goes down around here, and so that's the newest of everything. I worked on the wall. I worked on these houses here that are mostly complete. I have these three here. I have that one there and that one back there. So we'll start back here and then work our way around towards everything else. So I said I was going to put a watchtower in over here, so I decided I'll put a small fort. Nothing too fancy, nothing amazing. I just gotta I'm going to change all this to gravel so it looks like it's heavily used, and then I gotta fill it up with stuff so it looks like it's some kind of small fort. So they can climb up to everything. And each thing has its own trapdoor where you can open and close to get up. And then it lets them see out over everything. Well, over the boats coming in. I still haven't hooked this up to command blocks yet. It'll be easy to do, but I gotta finish it up. Or I gotta turn the server off, turn command blocks on, and then turn it back on. But it only takes a couple minutes, but it's still a pain to do. This is going to be like the barracks for any of the guards that are here. It's only going to be a few guards. It's going to be like 2 or 3 that'll be in the fort, and then there may be 2 that patrol around the actual thing. So there's only going to be like, I'm going to say probably a max of 7 guards throughout this town. Other than that, it'll just be the people, and they'll be defending it themselves. So this really isn't close to being done at all. I gotta add the floor on here. This is gonna have a ladder to go up because otherwise it's gonna mess with the look of it. Or, yeah, I don't think I can add stairs. Oh, this is a block. Yeah, I can't add stairs anyway. I have to like twist it around, and I don't like twisty stairs. They're annoying. So it'll just be a ladder coming up, and then this will just be filled with beds and a couch and stuff like that. Stuff that they can relax when they're not on duty. The part for the boats right here, all I did was take out the middle bits and added like a what do you call it? A ramp to place your boat in. I know there's a name for it, but I don't remember what it's called. And then I changed all of this over. I don't remember if it was done or wasn't, but I changed all of this to the smooth stone slabs with the texture. I found this is one of the whole blocks where I can change it in World Edit so it represents a whole thing. So if I like right click on it, and then if I place it, see it's like it's just a half slab, and then if I do 2 of them, it does that weird pattern. But I found it where it can do that. It's a pretty old block. And then we'll move over here. So this is going to be a restaurant. All of this is going to be filled up with spots to sit. And then this will be like the main kitchen and like takeout. So there will be like tons of ovens here and up against here, and then there will be a kind of like a prep station, and then right up against the door pretty much it's going to be a counter where you can just pick up your food and pay for it and leave. It's kind of going to be a slightly wealthy restaurant because, you know, you're sitting outside and get to look out at the boats. If it was like a cheap thing, it'd be like the inn where everything's dirt cheap because, you know, you don't get a view, and that's meant for like maximum amount of people in at once, whereas this is just doesn't care because it's just going to charge more. So, and then this house next to it is going to be a small, like, I don't know, some kind of a shop. I haven't decided yet. So this is all filled in. I kind of had it go underneath the house instead of like right on the same level because the terrain actually dipped down here, and I wanted to try to keep as much of the terrain intact as possible with all the houses. So, oops, I messed this up. And it turned out pretty good. So then to get upstairs for them, they have to go through these weird double doors. So they have to go down some steps and go upstairs. And this will be their main living space. This will be where their kitchen, whoa, my mouse is acting up. This will be their kitchen, bed, and living room, and all that stuff will be. Then the house behind it, this is going to be a mostly poor living house because it's made of cobblestone. It's not very fancy. It's only going to be one floor. It might have a basement, but the basement's just going to be like really small. It's going to be like one block in because, you know, we can't build right over this. But they do have a yard. The yard I'm going to kind of make crappy looking, like they don't take care of it because they can't, but that's about it for that. Oh, and then this back here I also changed. I was gonna try to add stairs to come down and kinda so they could just leave their house and come right down here, but it would I'd have to do too much work to change everything in order to do that, so it's fine how it is. They still have the small thing underneath them. And then the path that's here is still going to go this direction. I got to chop out some of this here, and then it's going to just kind of curl around right here because a couple more houses are going to get squeezed in here. It's going to be... I'm probably going to do 2 more of these townhouses, except they're going to be set up lengthwise instead of this way. That way I can fit one front door here, and then I would be able to hopefully fit the second front door right over here, although they're going to be really long. So it may end up being a small square one that goes up, and then another long one here for its finished product. That just enough so I can still keep the path here and not mess too much of it up. And then these are the actual houses. They were originally going to only be the bottom stone part and then the second part of the hardened clay, but when I added the roof it wouldn't look right, so I added a third tier onto it, and so far all the houses are pretty much set up the same on the inside, except for this one. It's backwards because it has the other side here. So each house is actually set up the exact same, except for the last one, it's just mirrored. They all are just a pretty basic house, 3 floors. This little part here, it's only here because I need the torch. I could just swap it out if I don't need it, depending on how I do the layout of the actual interior. So the first floor is mostly going to be kitchen and like a small living room, and then the second floor could be like 2 bedrooms, and then the third floor could be like the master bedroom, and then yeah. But that's how all the houses are going to be pretty much. Once I get to actually interior, which the interior is going to be a while. I want to at least finish all the houses first before I do most of the interior. Although I did it in that house, the Harbor Master, and I did it in the storage house. But I'm gonna put it off just because it's a lot of work, and it won't look like I actually completed a lot. And plus the interior is pretty easy to, like, once I start getting everything, like, especially with these 4 houses, once I get one idea, I can just copy paste it into the other houses. And then the wall, I tried making the wall as flat as possible. So for this portion here, it's all going to be flat. But when I get to here, which is where the gate is, it may have the towers that you climb up a few blocks higher because of the hill over here. I'm going to have to go up and over the hill. I may even just raise the towers there, keep it consistent here until I get to about here and put another tower in, just to raise it more, and then go up and over, and then drop it back down, and then consistent wall up to the edge of the water. And then I'll have to fill in all this and figure out what I want to do with all that. So, what else? Pretty sure that's it. So a slightly longer video than normal. Yeah, we're getting on 12 minutes. Well, I don't know what it actually is because my Audacity's been recording for a little bit longer. But yeah, so if you like what I'm doing so far, leave a like. If you have any comments, leave a comment telling me to hurry up, telling me I suck, whatever you want to say. I'm open to interpretation for whatever you want to put in there. Within reason. So next time I make a video, I should have the roof of this one done, the roof of all of these done, and I should have the fort finished. And I may start some of the stuff over here. Well, actually, it's probably more going to be this stuff here. Or I may change my mind and go work on one of the other maps. So I highly doubt I'll have to work on the other maps. I really like working on this one. It's pretty fun. And I may not even work on the other 2 maps. Well, I may not work on the cave map until 1.8 actually gets released, which hopefully doesn't get released between now and this recording and when I actually get the video up. What was I just gonna say? Yeah. So because of the new blocks, I can have a better variation for the cave map because there's more stone related stuff. And yeah. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.